Hi scholars, Miss Chandra and Edward the Elephant here, and we are so excited to teach you all about the excellent vowel E and its short sound eh. Today, we're learning all about the excellent vowel E and its short sound eh. This is a capital E, and this is a lowercase e. E makes the sound eh. I'm going to set Edward the Elephant down because he wants to learn with you during the beginning of our video. He's going to join us a little bit later for a fun game. We'll see you soon, Edward. Bye-bye. He says bye, scholars. Well, Edward is all ready to learn, and I'm all ready to teach. So let's get going and learn all about this great vowel E. So because E is a vowel, that means, scholars, it has two sounds. Because all the vowels make two sounds, a short sound and a long sound. Because all the vowels are special, just like you. Today's lesson is all about the short sound of E, which is eh. We're going to learn and practice that sound a little bit more in just a bit. But before we do, let's talk about some great words in the English language that start with the sound of short E, eh. Some of those words are enter, exit, excellent, envelope, egg, enjoy. We also hear short E in the middle of words like bed, red, net, vet, jet, tent, bent, nest, vest. Whoa! No wonder it's so important that we learn about the short sound of E, eh. To make the short sound of E, you need to relax your throat and mouth. And it sounds like that sound we make sometimes when we don't like something. Eh. Listen to Miss Chandra make the sound of short E 3 times. Ready? Eh, eh, eh. Now I want you to listen to me make it 5 times. Get out those listening ears. Ready, superstars? Eh, 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 eh. Can you do it with me? Let's do it. Ready? 5 times. Go! Eh, 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 eh. Can you try all by yourself? I know you can. Ready? Go. Great work. Well, now that we understand the sound of short E, let's go ahead and learn our fun movement of the day to help us practice this sound even more. Well, I'm here with Edward. He just had to come out because he wants to help teach you our movement of the day. Can you say hi to Edward? Hi, Edward. Do you know that Edward is a very special elephant? Oh, don't be shy. You are special, and I want to share with the scholars why. Okay. Every year around Easter time, Edward gets put in charge of a very special job. He's in charge of taking care of special Easter eggs. So to practice our sound and learn our movement of the day, Edward is going to show us how he takes care of these eggs. Edward holds onto the egg in his hands, and he carefully and gently bounces the egg to keep it warm, making the sound of E. Eh, 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 eh. Let's watch Edward do that movement all by himself. Are you ready to show us? Okay, hang on tight to your egg. Oh, I know, you take such good care of your eggs. Ready, Edward? Go. Eh, 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 eh. Excellent job. Can I try? Oh, thank you for sharing your egg with me. Let me set Edward down, and I can practice this movement with our scholars. Bye, Edward. We'll see you soon. Okay, scholars, I've got one of Edward's special eggs, so I want you to pretend that you're holding on to a very special egg. and you've been put in charge of it. We're going to make that sound of short E, eh, 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 while we bounce our pretend eggs. Ready? Go. Eh, 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 eh. Great job. I'm going to set my egg down. Go ahead and keep pretending that you're holding on to that egg. And let's do it 5 times together. Ready? Go. Eh, 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 eh. Great work. Now, can you be extra careful and bounce that egg fast but still gently? I know you can. Ready, scholars? Get those hands out. Bounce that egg 5 times fast. Ready? Go! Eh, 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 eh. Great work. Now I want you to slow it down. Can you be very careful and gentle with that egg and go super slow? Ready? Go. Eh, 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 eh. Excellent work. Well, speaking of Edward the Elephant and his special eggs, I'm ready to jump right to our story of the day, where we're going to learn more about Edward and this job that he has. I'm all ready to jump right into our story of the day, Edward's eggs, and I can't wait to learn more about our special elephant friend, Edward. Our story of the day looks like this. Some of you may have printed this out at home and got this worksheet from our website. If you have it in front of you, great! You're welcome to follow along as Miss Chandra reads the story out loud. If you don't have it in front of you, that's okay. You don't need it right now because I'm going to show you that story on your screen as I read it to you. You don't need to do anything with the paper copy now. I'm going to need your help helping me and Edward the Elephant act out our story as I read it to you. When I point to you, I need you scholars to make the sound of short E, eh, 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 and do our movement of the day, eh, 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 as I read the story. Are you ready to help me with our story of the day? Great. Well, let's get started. Edward's eggs. Every Easter, Edward was in charge of the special eggs. He enjoyed carefully carrying each one to the basket. Ready? Eh, 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 eh. Edward would entertain his friends by carrying some eggs in his trunk. His nose. Ready? Eh, 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 eh. Edward did an excellent job making sure the exceptional eggs were safe. Eh, 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 eh. Can you help Edward carry the special eggs? Eh, 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 eh. Excellent job, readers! Thank you for helping me act out our story of the day. My favorite part was learning that Edward carries some of those eggs with his elephant trunk. How neat! All right, we're ready to jump to our next activity. And guess what? Today, we're not exploring the mystery box. Darn. But that's okay because we have a brand new game called Magic Eggs. Here's how we play our brand new game today. In just a minute, I'm going to make the magic eggs magically appear. When they do, I'm going to pick an egg out of the basket. I'm going to open the egg and a word is going to float out. You'll see that word on your screen. I'm going to give you the letter sounds and sound out the word. Your job is to put those sounds together and tell me what word was inside each magic egg. Are you ready to play? I know I am. Okay, scholars, ready? Here come those magic eggs. Here they are. Are you ready to get started? Okay, let's open up our first magic egg. The first word is B, E, D. Put those sounds together. What's the word? B, E, D. Bed! Great job, scholars. Let's see what other words are in our eggs. All right, this one has 3 sounds. Ready? R, E, D. R, E, D. What's the word? Red! Great job! All right, we're gonna keep going. Here comes our next magic egg and 3 sounds. Ready, friends? T, E, N, T, E, N. What's the word? 10, like 10 fingers. Great job. All right, we're gonna keep going. Here comes our next word. 3 sounds again. Ready? P, E, N, P, E, N. What's the word? Pen! Great job, scholars. All right. Which color should I get? What do you think? Should I get the green one? The blue one? The orange one? The pink one? The purple one? The yellow one? The golden one. I think I'm going to save that one for the end. Let's grab this green one right here. Ooh. This word has 4 sounds. Ready? N, E, S, T. N, E, S, T. What's the word? Nest! Great reading, friends. All right. I heard a lot of you say, take the blue one. I'm going to take the blue one right now. Here we go. 4 sounds again. They're getting a little more challenging, but I know you can do it. Ready? B, E, S, T. B, E, S, T. What's the word? Best! Like you, you're doing your best job. Way to go. Are you ready for the golden egg? I know I am. I've been waiting for it since we started. All right, let's pull out the golden egg. I wonder what could be inside. Oh, okay. I see a lot of letters. To help you, scholars, I'm going to start by putting those 2 consonants together and doing a consonant blend. I'll give you this challenge word in 3 parts. Ready? To, L, V. To, L, V. What's the word? 12! Great job, like the number 12. Excellent job playing magic eggs today. What a fun new game. And way to read all those words that had our sound of the day, short E, in the middle of them. I'm going to get our game all cleaned up, and I'm going to get all set up for our next learning activity. Edward and I are all cleaned up from our fun new Magic Eggs game. Thanks, Edward, for helping me pick up. He's such a good friend. All right, well, Edward wanted to come out and join me because I'm not the only one that's proud of you today. Edward is so proud of you too for working so hard on your learning activities for short E. Right, Edward? He says right. We're going to go over what we've already learned so far today. What's first, Edward? Oh, of course. First, we learned all about the vowel E and its short sound eh. Then, Edward helped teach us our movement of the day to go with that sound, where we got to help take care of those special magic eggs. Eh, 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 eh. Then, we got to read your story, Edward's Eggs, and learn more about Edward. Then we played a fun new game called Magic Eggs, where we got to read words that had the middle or medial sound of short E, eh. Wow! Next up, we're going to complete 2 worksheets to help our brain learn this sound even better and to help us get even smarter. I'm going to set Edward down. Oh, I know, Edward, but don't worry. You want to complete the worksheets too, right? Okay, so I have to set you down so you can complete them, right? Okay, so I'm going to set Edward down and we're going to go through our supply check so that Miss Chandra can make sure that you and Edward have all the supplies you need to be successful. First up, let's make sure in front of your learning space, scholars, that you have at least 2 pencils. And I need those pencils to be sharp and ready to write. Why 2, you ask? Because I want to make sure, scholars, that if one breaks, you can toss it and pick up your spare. That way, you don't have to stop your learning. You can just keep going and keep having fun with me. Make sure those 2 pencils have an eraser at the end. If that eraser is a little bit worn out, you can have a standalone eraser like this. Or maybe you even have a cap eraser that you can put at the end of those pencils. Either way, Miss Chandra needs you to have something to write with and something to erase with. Next up, friends, you're going to need a highlighter. Any color will do. Just make sure that you have something to highlight with. If you've got your pencils and you've got an eraser and you have a highlighter, the next thing you're going to need is a tool to color with. Try to make sure that you have either coloring crayons or colored pencils. Either one will do. Just make sure you have something in front of you to color with. Whew. Okay. If you've checked out your learning space and you have all of those materials, the next thing you're going to need are 2 worksheets that an adult should have already printed out for you. The first worksheet is titled, I Can Read with Short E, and it looks like this. The second worksheet that you need today, you're already familiar with it, is titled Edward's Eggs, and it looks like this. It has Edward in the top corner. He's such a cute elephant. If you have both of those worksheets and all of your supplies, you are ready to go. What I want you to start doing right now is to put your name at the top of both worksheets. Take some time and write your name nice and neat. Use that personal best handwriting because you are going to be proud of this work. Put effort into all that you do. I'm going to ask you to press pause in just a minute. I'm asking you to press pause because I want you to get all of your supplies, get your worksheets, and put your name at the top of both worksheets. When you're all done with that, press play, and we're going to jump right into completing worksheet number 1 together. Ready, friends? Press pause now. We're back and we're all ready to start job number 1 on worksheet 1, I Can Read with Short E. Go ahead with your pencil and touch job 1 with me right now. Are you there? Great job! Way to be a super listener. Let's read the directions so we know what to do to be successful. Circle the pictures that begin with the sound of short E. Eh. All right, let's go right to the first picture. Miss Chandra sees an envelope. Does envelope start with the short sound of E? Eh? Yes, it certainly does. Great job, scholars. Go ahead and circle the picture of the envelope. Moving down to our next picture. Scholars, what is that? That's right, it's an ant. Does ant start with a short sound of E? Eh? Wah, wah, wah. It does not. Ant starts with a short sound of A, ah. Go ahead and cross him out. Yum! Scholars, what is that a picture of? That's right, it's ice cream. Does ice cream start with a short sound of E, eh? No, it does not. Ice cream starts with a long sound of I. Go ahead and cross it out. Nope, nope. All right, scholars, I'm going to ask you to be independent. And by asking you to be independent, that means I want you to finish this top part, job 1, all by yourself. When I say go, you're going to press pause and finish naming and circling the pictures that start with our sound of the day, short E, eh. If they do not start with the short sound of E, eh, I want you to cross them out. Are you ready? Work hard, get smarter, and go! Way to go, scholars. I can see those brain muscles working hard. Go ahead and take a minute to check your paper with mine right now. If you need to correct anything, go ahead and correct it now. Let's move right along to job number 2, where we're going to trace, write, read, and match the words that start with short E, eh. Let's get tracing that first word together, starting with that lowercase e. And when you're ready, you're going to move on to your first lowercase g. And finishing with that third and final lowercase g. When you've traced that word all by yourself, you're going to write the word one time right next door. If you're ready, go ahead and write that word right now. Remember, scholars, if at any point in the video Miss Chandra is moving too fast, please feel free to pause the video and get caught up. It's not a race, and I want you to take as much time as you need to be successful and to complete your learning activities. Everyone in life goes at a different pace, so go at the pace that's best for you. I'll be right here waiting when you're ready to join me again. All right, writers, now it's time to be readers. Let's read that word we just traced and wrote. The word is egg. Egg! Oh, like Edward's eggs. Let's go ahead and draw a line from the word egg to the matching picture. Meow. All right, friends, let's move to that second word and let's start tracing, starting with the lowercase e. Remember, take your time and use that personal best handwriting. That's when you're tracing or when you're writing words all by yourself. If you need any more time to finish tracing that word, please press pause now. When you press play, we're going to read the word together. Okay, we're all ready to read that second word. Let's sound it out together. Empty, empty, empty. Scholars, let's write that word empty one time all by ourselves. And after you write it, I want you to match the word to the picture that best represents empty. And in fact, guess what I'm going to ask you to do? Yep, I want you to do it all by yourself. In fact, I want you to even do the third and final word all by yourself too. That means when I say go, you're going to press pause on the video and finish job 2 all by yourself. You're going to keep working hard and keep being independent. So your job is to write empty, match empty to the correct picture, trace and write that final word, and match it to the final picture. That final word is a big word and something Miss Chandra loves to do. When you press play, you can check your work with mine and we can read that big word together. Ready? Go. Press pause now. Excellent job! Way to finish job 2 all by yourself. Go ahead and take a minute and check your paper with mine right now on your screen. All right, scholars, I want to go ahead and read that third and final word together. It was a big one, and I gave you a clue and said it's something that I love to do. Let's read the word together. Ready? Exercise. Exercise! And then we drew a picture from the person lifting weights. It's important, scholars, that our bodies get some movement or exercise to stay healthy. But do you know what else is important? It's important that we exercise the biggest and most important muscle in our body, our brains. And do you know right now, completing your learning activities and doing this video with me, you're exercising your brain. And because your brain is working hard, it's getting stronger and healthier, and you're getting smarter. Way to go! Again, I'm so proud of you. Okay, I know you're working hard. Let's jump to job number 3, where we're going to trace all the words in our power sentence. Let's start by tracing the first word, put. Go ahead and start by tracing that capital P. And when you're ready, moving to the lowercase u. And finishing with the lowercase t. In just a minute, I'm going to ask you to keep working that brain muscle and be more independent. When I say go, I want you to press pause on the video and finish tracing all the words in your power sentence. We've got a big sentence to read today. After you're done tracing, press play, come right back to me. I'll be right here waiting and we'll read this great sentence together. Ready, superstars? Press pause now. Go! Whew! I'm just shaking out my hand because that was a lot of writing. How are you doing? Oh, good. Way to hang in there and keep a positive attitude. All right, you are a super writer and you just finished tracing all those words in your power sentence. Go ahead and with your finger or your pencil, touch under the first word put in the sentence. I'm going to read it out loud one time for you. Ready? Put effort in all that you do. That sounds like something Miss Chandra must have written. You're right. I did write this power sentence. Let's read it one more time. Ready? Put effort in all that you do. Can you read it with me one more time? It's such a great sentence. Awesome. Okay, ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Put effort in all that you do. Absolutely. I mean, what's the point of doing something if we're not going to give it our best effort or try our best? There really isn't a point. So anytime that we're doing something worth doing, like academic schoolwork, we need to work hard and put effort into it. Whew. All right. Speaking of effort, you've shown a lot of effort today during all of our learning activities when we've been exploring short E. We're almost done with worksheet number 1. Way to go. Let's look at our 4th and final job on this worksheet. Looks like we get to be artists and draw a picture of something that starts with short E. I'm going to ask you again, scholars, in just a minute to press pause on your video and go ahead and draw a picture or pictures of things in the real world that start with the beginning or initial sound of short E. When you come back to me, I'll share with you the pictures that I drew. Have fun! Get going, artists! Press pause now. Welcome back, artists! I can't wait to see what great drawings you thought of. Miss Chandra drew an egg because we've been talking about eggs all day, and I drew an envelope. Go ahead and check your final paper with mine right now. As you're checking your work, remember, we love it when you share your completed worksheets with us, because then we get to celebrate you and your hard work on our social media channels. If you'd like to share your work with us, ask your mom, dad, adult, or your teacher to scan and send those completed worksheets to us. We'd love to celebrate your hard work and share out with our learning community. Great job finishing up worksheet number 1. We have only one worksheet left to do, and that is our story of the day, Edward's Eggs. And because you were a super scholar, you already have your name nice and neat at the top of your paper. So what I want you to do now is with your finger or your pencil, touch the first word in our title, Edward. I'm going to read the story again one more time. Your job is to follow along with me and touch each word as I read it out loud. If you want to join me, I'd love it. Please feel free to read with me. Oh, and don't forget, when we get to the parts of the story where we have to help act it out, remember to do our movement of the day and make the sound of short E 5 times. Are you ready, scholars? Let's jump right in. Edward's eggs. Every Easter, Edward was in charge of the special eggs. He enjoyed carefully carrying each one to the basket. Edward would entertain his friends by carrying some eggs in his trunk. Edward did an excellent job making sure the exceptional eggs were safe. Can you help Edward carry the special eggs? Awesome job, friends. Thanks for following along and or reading with me. Let's jump to the bottom and see what our first job is on this worksheet. Highlight the words that begin with the short eh sound. That means it's time to grab your highlighters and we're going to search and hunt and find all the words in our story that start with short E. But guess what? You have to be extra careful today. Remember, E is a vowel and all the vowels make two sounds, a short sound and a long sound. That means in our story, some of the words that start with the letter E might make the long sound E. That's not our sound of the day. Today, we're practicing the short sound eh. So we're only going to highlight the words in the story that start with the short sound of E, eh. Let's check out the title together. The first word in our title is Edward. Edwards with an S. Does Edwards start with the short sound of E, eh? Excellent. He sure does. Let's go ahead and highlight Edwards. The next word in our title is eggs. And since Miss Chandra drew a picture of an egg, I bet eggs start with the short sound eh. Let's go ahead and highlight the word eggs. Let's move to our first sentence. Every Easter, Edward was in charge of the special eggs. I'm going to the first word, every. Does every start with a short sound of E, eh? Great job, scholars. It sure does. Let's go ahead and highlight the word every. You're doing such a great job. Let's move to the second word, Easter. I see that Easter starts with a capital E. Does it make the sound of short E, eh? I see a lot of scholars shaking their heads. No, this is the long sound of E. We'll learn about that in a future video. So we will not highlight Easter because Easter does not start with our short sound eh. Tricky. All right, scholars. I want you to finish highlighting the words in the story that start with our sound of the day, eh, all by yourself. Time to be more and more independent. When I say go, press pause and finish finding and highlighting all those short E words. When you press play, you'll join me again and you can check your paper with mine on the screen. Are you ready? Go for it. Press pause now. Go. Welcome back, my amazing learners. I'm so proud of you for your hard work. Go ahead and check your highlighting with mine right now. When you're done checking your paper, we need to grab that tool you have to color with and color in the first happy face at the bottom of our paper because we just finished job number 1, highlighting all those words that started with short E. And speaking of coloring, it looks like our next job is to color the eggs in the basket. When I say press pause, go ahead and finish coloring in the eggs in the basket. When you're all done coloring, press play and come back to me and we'll finish up our third and final job together. Ready? Get to coloring. Press pause now. Welcome back, colorers. I hope you had as much fun as I did coloring in those Easter eggs in the basket. Go ahead and check your paper with mine right now. As you check your work, Pick out one color that you're going to color in that second happy face with, because we just finished our second job. The third and final job says to read the story all by yourself. What I'm going to ask you to do, scholars, is at the end of this video, is make sure that at some point today, you read this story one more time. I know there are some big words in this story, so try your best to sound out those challenging words. You can absolutely read the story with someone else, an adult, a friend. Read it to some of your stuffed animals or toys. You can even rewind the video back to where I read the story to you and read it with me. Just make sure that you read it at least one more time, because the things we do the most are the things we do the best. The harder we work, the smarter we get. Whew! Whoa! What a fun and exciting day we had today, learning all about another vowel, E, and its short sound, eh. You were exceptional. It's time to close out our lesson today with our power word of the day. Today's power word of the day is effort. Like in our power sentence, we have this great word, effort. See how it looks like I'm pushing hard? Because when you put effort into something, that means you work hard. You put in time. You put in dedication. Like you're putting effort into the hard work that we're doing in these videos. The hard work and effort that you're putting in right now is going to help you learn all of your letter sounds and become an amazing reader. In fact, anything that we do in life, we should always be putting in effort. Give anything that you do your personal best. Even when things are hard, don't give up. Just keep going and just keep trying. If you don't get something the first time, that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're not going to learn it. It just means you haven't learned it yet, but you will. And do you know how you will? You will by putting in effort. So keep putting in hard work. Keep using effort in all that you do. I can't wait to see you again for our next video. Bye, friends.